Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just released their new Caves and Cliffs update. Let's check it out. The journey begins with a man offering to take me to a mysterious, faraway place. So of course I followed him. So he lied, and I'm back at another school. Hopefully it's a better one. I was introduced to one of the locals, and she'll be my guide throughout the school. Oh, did I forget to mention her father's a gym leader? I wonder which one though. Oh, they even so kind of give me a new uniform. Alright, that's more like it. Looks like I arrived just on time for class. We seem to be learning about regional forms. All we had to do was just catch a regional form Pokemon, and we were released for today. If only class was like this in real life. And because of some urgent business, I was left all by myself. But luckily for me, I ran into an old friend. We decided to catch up a bit after not seeing each other for so long. She told me that she'd been helping out Miss Breyer with her research. I wonder if that'll come into play later. She wanted to have a battle, but I quickly mopped the floor with her. After the battle, she asked if I ran into Kyron yet. I told her I haven't seen him since the last time. Oh wait, never mind. There he is again. He looks different though. He also seems to be going on a power trip. I think someone needs to slap some sense into him. Kyron hasn't been the same since the school trip. Yeah, it's kind of fair though. I kind of did just like crash and burn his whole world. Took the thing he loved the most in life away from him and tossed him to the side. But hey, it's what I do best. Carmine proceeded to introduce me to her friend Drayton, and we hit off just fine. He even let me join his club room, where all the coolest kids gathered. Me and Drayton got so close, in fact, he treated me free food. At the expense of me falling to his plans of joining the league and potentially having to beat everyone. And right after that, I got myself a Duraludon. And then I just instantly involved him using the item I found back in the school store. And then since Drayton wanted me to battle all the Elite Four, I decided to challenge him first. Oh, yes, I got the attack buff. And the defense. And the special, let's go. I got all the buffs. Oh, shoot. It didn't matter. So it turns out that Drayton is the strongest of the Elite Four, and I started with him instantly. Wasn't very much of a smart idea. Good thing I challenged him again, and I was able to clutch up with my Dipplin. 1 down, 3 to go. Well, more like 2. So yeah, I forgot to press record on the Lacey fight, but hey, Dipplin evolved, so that's good. So up next we have Amaris, and she runs pretty powerful steel types. Luckily enough for me, I devised a strategy. You see, the new evolution of Duraludon has a new signature move called Electro Shot. It's a 2-turn attack move, but instead on the first turn, it raises your special attack stat, and on the second, it fires it. But if you have Rain set up on the field anywhere, you're able to attack the first turn while getting that boost off. Oh, I also use Dragon Shear, which is also a new move. It just boosts the crit rate of the mon I boost, especially if it's a Dragon type move. And that's 3. Last up, we got the man Crispin. He's a pretty simple dude. He likes spicy food. He likes hot, intense battles. What's not there to like? So you see if you couldn't tell already. Crispin's a fire type trainer. So that means Rain Dance, Electro Shot, and that's it. Victory is ours. Now it's time to go up against the man, the legend, Kyron. The guy, or should I say the boy? The boy who changed his whole self just to get stronger. The boy who changed himself to be better than me. Let's see if that's possible. The battle starts off with Kyron sending out his Dragonite and Politoed. I proceed to send out my Jetstream and Sheldon. And then Kyron proceeds to say he's making the right choices, and I'll understand soon enough. But, little do you know, that drizzle on his Politoed is exactly what I needed. I decide to set up a Tailwind, and then I proceed to switch out of Sheldon and go to Urichi. Then the Politoed KOs Jetstream. I send out Dripplin, hoping to get off a Dragon Cheer, just to get frozen, and then getting KO'd by the Dragonite. I then send out Clover, getting a nice player off on the Dragonite and finish him off. And then we just Electro Shot the Politoed. And then he brings out Big the Cat, and then his little Chow too. He fakes out Clover, and I Electro Shot him too. And he just barely lives. And then Clover takes a Hyper Beam straight to the dome. That crit mattered. As you know, I use Electro Shot. I think that we're seeing a reoccurring theme. And then Kyron goes on a little tangent. He just can't handle that I'm beating him. He then goes and terrestrializes his Pokemon, thinking that's gonna change anything. And then I proceed to Electro Shot. Oh wait. I Flash Cannon! Who would have thought? But it didn't really kill though. So that Focus Sash. So I did it again! Well, on the Hydro Apple. I think I got him mad. Because he just Terraplasted me and I just barely survived that. Well, I got him back in the end. And I just claimed my victory. I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm really not. Right after the fight, I was called to Miss Breyer's classroom. You remember her? The one Carmine talked about doing research for? Told you to come into play. You see, she called us here because she wants us to help her find the legendary Pokemon, Terrapagus. So as any sane 10-year-old in the Pokemon franchise, I decided to say yes. Right before we left for our expedition, I was given the Indigo disc. I think we're all seeing where this is going. Right before I set it now, I decided to explore a bit. And I found this guy. What the heck? You literally look like a little Hitmontop. First shiny of the DLC. After finally making it to Area Zero, Ms. Breyer told us that we're supposed to go somewhere even deeper. Deeper than the Zero Lab, which is said to be the deepest part of Area Zero by itself already. As we made it to the lab, it seemed to be locked. So I went up to the terminal to see if it would work, and I was denied access. Probably because we killed the professor last time we were here. But then something started to happen. It detected my Indigo disc. The Indigo disc that I received right before going on the expedition. Crazy. So I put the Indigo disc in, and then bam, it worked. After finally making it to the Underdepths, we found out there was research material and paperwork here. It seems to be records of a new Terra type. We kept venturing through the chasms just to get blocked, and then suddenly attacked by this Terra Pokemon. But not just any Terra Pokemon. Is that the new Terra type? I swiftly defeated it, which freed the blockage down the path. I still had no idea what that whole Terra thing was about. I even got assaulted by various other Pokemon with this new type. And then I decided to take a photo with this tree. And then the tree attacked! After just barely surviving all that onslaught of Pokemon, we finally made it to what we firmly believe is the center of Area Zero, where Terrapicus lies. By the time I entered the center, Karen pulled out this stone. Breyer's saying that crystal Terrapicus, and that's when it begins to shine. Something's happening. Terrapicus begins to appear, just like if it was a Pokemon hatching out of an egg. Terrapicus looks at me, starts slowly approaching me, but that's when it all kicks in. The flashbacks, everything, the suffering, and most of all, the anger. Kyron finally did it. He got Terrapicus before I could, and now he wants a rematch. This is it. This is the final battle. This is what Kyron's always wanted. He wants to win. But that's not gonna happen. It looks like all I need to do is use Flower Trick and just win. After the sudden defeat, Kyron starts questioning things again. He thought having the legendary Pokemon could help him win. He thought it could let him beat me. And then Miss Breyer was like, no, something's not right. You see, he's the Terrestrial Pokemon. Terrestrialize him! And so he did. And then Miss Breyer started going crazy. And then Terrapicus just exploded with overwhelming energy. Kieran's about to get attacked. But lucky enough for him, I was able to send out Miraidon in time to protect him. Kieran tried returning Terrapicus to the Master Ball. But that didn't turn out well. Come on, the Master Ball can catch God. But not Terrapicus? Looks like me and Carmine need to team up to take down Terrapicus. Oh, and there goes Carmine's Pokemon. Oh, and now I can find a Terrestrialize to actually do damage. I Terrestrialized Clover, hoping to get stab plus crit damage with Flower Trick, and it worked. Turns out Terrapicus can absorb your Terrestrial energy and un-Terrestrialize you. And then he gets his shield back, so it's kind of just rinse and repeat. But hey, through accidental A pressing spam, we were able to get Kieran to join in the fight and help us out and defeat Terrapicus. Thanks to the power of our reformed friendship, we were able to tag team us up with our two Hydro Apples and defeat Terrapicus. With that adventure set in stone, we finally arrived back to the academy. But Kieran had one last thing to say. He was sorry, and he wanted to make things right. And he hopes that we can be best friends again. I looked at him, and I told him, we're already best friends. Oh, you thought it was over? Well, it's not over. There's actually one more thing. So you know how there's the Lick outbreaks? I flew over here to make my way to one, and I just triggered a cutscene. Whoa, what the? Terra Lumi. Bro, what are you doing? What? Yep, there's a whole secret cutscene. At the time of finding this, I was so surprised. I was just thinking, we're just creating a paradox. How the heck does Terrapicus... How does he even mess with time, to be honest? Also, we seem to be the ones that give Miraidon his name. This is straight up a professor from the past. He meets us in the future. He's created a whole paradox. He begins talking about how his progress has been slowed and whatnot. And he's hoping that this conversation from the future, or whenever he is, can, like, give him some new insight. He then somehow saw the book in my backpack, which has a copy of all the research stuff that Ms. Breyer wrote from our whole adventure. He offered to trade his book for mine, and we just did it. He then vanishes with the mist, and the game just goes white, taking us to the home screen. Almost as if all of that had not happened. Which means we are now at the end of the journey. Thank you for watching.